Hi guys. I just wanted to say that I am super grateful. I feel like I've said this before, but I'm not really sure. I am super grateful of the opportunities that I've received. I'm super grateful for being here. And just wanted to say that, if you want to attract like positive people, positive minded people, you want to attract like positive vibes around you, people who want to do nothing but support you and be with you, and you obviously do the same for them, then you need to be a positive minded person, an honest person, and then you attract what you want. That's how I feel, because in my life I feel like I've been the luckiest person. You know how sometimes you have friends and then your parents don't like your friends because they're bad influence and all that? I've never really had that like problem, because all the people that I attract like are always good people who last, I don't want to say a lifetime, but they do last long in my life, and most of them have like an impact, and it's always a positive impact. And I always learn something from like each and every person that I attract. And I feel like that's a good, I don't know if I'm gonna say quality, skill, or just a natural instinct that goes with me, but I do tend to attract a lot of good and positive people, positive vibes. My family or my mother has never really had a problem with the person that I hang around with. They be like, I don't want you to hang around this person anymore, blah 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 blah. No, like people that I hang around with have been good, and most of the people that my mother has met, they're still in my life. Some of them might have been there for more than 10 years, more than 15 years. You never know. It all depends on the people that you attract. And also, like, traveling from South Africa to America was not easy. Like the whole transition, not trying to fit in, because I'm one of those people that don't try to fit in. I'm always myself. If people think that I'm weird, I'm an awkward person, then I'm a weird, awkward person. It doesn't matter. But I just want to say, like, I've always stayed true to who I am, and I think that's what has made me to last this long, to be the person that I am. And being around here, like, and sticking to who I am has allowed me to attract or be surrounded by a lot of good and positive people and happy people, where if they have problems, then we talk about it, talk about stuff like that, talk about issues. And like, you're not in a forced environment or an awkward environment where you feel like you have to talk about something, even if you don't want to, you don't have to. It's kind of like, it's an easy going situation where you just talk about whatever, and it doesn't have to be like your deep problems. It could be like just something easy that you're going through. And so I've attracted those people where I sit and I talk with them, and we have conversations, we have fun together, we enjoy each other's company without expecting anything from each other, and I'm so blessed and I'm so happy to have made the friends that I've made here, because they're like family to me, people that I will cherish even when I go home. They have made my journey, my transition, my stay here a lot easier than I feel like it would have if I even met them. So anybody who's in my life, yourselves. But anyway, it's been a good time. Obviously you're gonna face problems wherever you are, whether you're at home, you're traveling somewhere, you're going somewhere for like a few years, for a lifetime, you're going somewhere for like a few days. Well, maybe a few days is not that hectic. Like, you're going somewhere for like a long extended time, then you will face some problems, you will have some adjusting issues. There might be minor things that you have to deal with at some time, either way when you go there or halfway through your time there, or like right before you leave. There's always going to be something that gets in your way, that makes you feel some type of way, that bring your energy down. and you just have to find something or some way to get out of that slump, you know. For a moment in time while I was here, like I was I've been good, I've been happy, hanging around friends, doing what I have to, and then I just hit the slump where I just didn't feel like doing anything, didn't feel like being around people. My energy just changed, and there were things that I was facing, but obviously I'm not one of those people that talk too much or talk about my issues that much. So it was hard for me to find a way to deal with them, because for me always being surrounded by family kind of helped me out, and I've had my own ways to deal with things when I was back home, things that I necessarily cannot do while I'm here, and nothing illegal. My god, my mother would kill me. Just so I had to deal with those. I had to find a way to deal with those things. If it was talking to people or just finding something else to do, I had to do it, you know. And I found out that sometimes talking does help. It's not for everyone, but sometimes it does help, you know. And someone reminded me this a few days ago or yesterday. It really doesn't matter. But I'm always quick to argue that it's not for everyone. Obviously I'm still saying it, but I do know that it does help. And even if you don't have to say whatever's bothering you, you have to say out everything that's bothering you, but just talking about something or just sharing a bit of your issue with someone who you feel comfortable with is always good for you, you know, because it helps you deal with whatever issue that you're going through. And talking to someone doesn't mean that that person is going to give you advice on how to deal with things. It just clears your mind up a bit so that you can kind of understand what you need to do to help yourself heal or to help yourself progress or to pass through whatever situation that you're going through. And I've always find it helpful when even if it's not an issue, when I don't understand something, if I say it out loud but to someone else, then I have a clear understanding of what's needed, or what's needed out of me. Let me just leave it at that, because words have been running away from me lately for no good reason, and I don't know why. Okay, so yeah, well, anyway, I did end up dealing with the situation, and in my own way try to figure out what can I do to make the situation better for myself. And I dealt with it, and I'm living, I'm surviving, I'm good. I'm on my way to being fully myself again, you know, the completely 100% happy person, because I am proud of saying that I'm happy. When people be like, oh, you're always laughing or smiling and stuff, I'm a happy person. I love being a happy person. I can go through the most terrible things ever, but the fact that I can stay positive and happy is a huge motivation for me, because it just shows that I am strong enough to withstand and withhold any issue that comes my way. Of course I'm going to have problems, of course I'm going to have down days, but I always find a way to pick myself up. I don't want to say that I don't talk to people or I don't share things with people, just that I am very good at motivating myself. And I always tell people that you have to find a way to motivate yourself, because you're not always going to be surrounded by people. I go out and tell people, you know, find a way to motivate yourself. If you're going through something, motivate yourself. If you're feeling sad, find a way, motivate yourself, you know, always motivate yourself. I sound crazy saying it 1,000 times, but it's the best thing ever, to know how to motivate your damn self, because you're not always going to be surrounded by positive people. You're not going to be surrounded by people who want the best for you. You may think people are looking out for you and want the utmost for you, but sometimes they're not. And if you don't know how to stand by yourself and be yourself without expecting other people to do it for you or to help you through it, then you'll never succeed. You'll never get through problems because you don't know how to be yourself without other people. You need people sometimes, but sometimes you have to learn to just be yourself by yourself within yourself, if that makes sense. But all I'm saying is that motivating yourself is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Having the ability to motivate myself, having the ability to stay happy, having the ability to stay positive minded within every issue that I go through is literally the best thing. It's what keeps me insane. It's what keeps me sane. Oh my god, it's what keeps me sane. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm all about self-progression and stuff like that, and I understand that sometimes you have to work with people, be surrounded by people, be in groups, I surround myself with positive people. Otherwise I wouldn't be sane if I was always on myself, always having to motivate myself, not having people around, not having people to share things with, not having people to talk to. I would go crazy. Now I would be insane. But also there are moments and times and there are things that you don't want to talk to people about. So when moments like that happen, when issues like that appear, when you have situations like that, then and you don't want other people to kind of be in your business. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but if you don't want other people knowing what you're going through, because you don't want to trouble them, you don't want to worry them, or whatever reason it may be, then you need to know how to be by yourself within yourself. Whatever. You need to know how to even push yourself, motivate yourself, tell yourself off if you're doing something or you're acting in some type of way. Tell yourself off. You know how you stand and you tell someone else off when they're doing something that's not right? Have the ability to do that to yourself, and you be like, child, now you are acting like a and you need to correct yourself. This is not whatever that you need to say to yourself, tell yourself off. Do not be afraid, or do not think that you're being stupid. If you have to stand in front of that damn mirror and tell yourself off, do it. Because if you're always expecting other people to tell yourself off to motivate you, you will not progress. And I want someone to argue with me and say that I'm lying. I'm not saying that you can't have people around you to do it. There must be there should be people helping you. There should be people motivating you, supporting you, mentoring you. There should be people you should have a support structure as a person, but also you must be your own support structure before you go out and seek support structure from other a support structure from other people. You can't expect people to do things that you can't do for yourself. You can't expect people to make you happy if you're not happy yourself. You can't have people motivate you if you don't know how to motivate yourself, because you'll just surround yourself. You won't know if you're surrounded by good or bad people who want the best for you, or people who want the worst for you. Whereas if you know how to motivate yourself and you feel like people around you are not really with you, then you know how to push yourself regardless of what they say. People may come to you at all angles saying all terrible things, but if you know how to be with yourself within yourself, then you even stand for yourself and you say whatever that you need to say to yourself, and you push yourself, and you are 100% behind yourself, motivating yourself and all the stuff, telling yourself off when you need to. I know I'm repeating myself, but I feel like emphasis is on some things is needed. Having the ability to motivate yourself, tell yourself off, and having the ability to stay happy and positive minded within every situation that you go through is the best thing ever, because when you're happy and positive minded, then you can get through a situation. You find ways to get through whatever situation that you're facing. That helps you stay sane. Staying positive minded helps you surround yourself with positive people. Those people can help you get out of that slump that you're in. Those people can help you get out of that dark moment that you're in. You can help yourself stay sane within that dark moment, because if you're negative minded, if you don't have the strength and the courage to withhold yourself, within yourself, then you have more issues coming your way than solutions. And that's just what I think. That's what I am saying. This is not me saying that this is how everybody thinks, this is how everybody feels. This is just Nikki says. Oh, that should be something that I do. Like a TED Talk kind of situation, like Nikki says. But that's all I'm saying. But anyway, now that I'm done, I need you to subscribe, comment, and share this damn video with your friends and your family and all your loved ones and all those haters that surround you, so that they can learn to love themselves too. Much love.